Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, you beautiful English learners. Today we're going to have a look at 5 different phrasal verbs. So the first one is related to exercise. How often do you exercise? Do you like to exercise at the gym, or do you prefer to exercise outside? Me, I love to exercise outside. I enjoy going for swims in the lake or runs in the mountain. And from time to time, I will exercise in a gym because they have the necessary equipment. Can you think of the phrasal verb for exercise? Work out. If you work out, it is literally the exact same thing as exercise. So I prefer to work out outside. I prefer to get my workout in on top of a mountain. Occasionally, I will work out in the gym because they have the necessary equipment. Why do we use workout instead of exercise? Generally speaking, we use it to avoid repetition. If you're talking to a friend and you say, "Oh, I exercise at the gym. Oh, I'm going to go do some exercise," and you keep repeating exercise, 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 frankly speaking, I would much prefer to hear you say work out, just because it's a little more engaging. So work out. The past tense, worked out. Yesterday, I worked out. Okay, I have recently started doing yoga. I have recently started doing jujitsu. Can you think of the phrasal verb for when you start something new? What would you like to take up? If you take something up, you are starting. I have started doing yoga. I have taken up yoga. I have taken up jujitsu. I want to take up jujitsu. Now just remember, if we're going to use the present perfect, it's going to be I have plus past participle. And the past participle of take is taken. I have taken up rugby. I don't know when that happened. It's not important when it happened. All that's important is that I have started doing rugby. Started playing rugby, for example. So what sport would you like to take up? What hobby did you take up as a child but never continued? Interested in. When I was a child, I was interested in soccer. When I was a child, I was interested in Pokemon. What were you interested in as a child but not anymore? When I was a child, I was into soccer. When I was a child, I was into Pokemon. And if you're into something, you enjoy it. You really are interested in it. Right now, I'm into history. Just yesterday, I picked up another book based on Irish history, and I'm into it once again. So, here's a question. What are you into now that you weren't interested in 5 years ago? What were you interested in as a child that you're not into anymore? Number 4, to stop doing something. I want you to think of a hobby that you stopped doing. Why did you stop doing it? Can you think of a bad habit that you want to stop doing? Can you think of a friend who you want to stop doing something? I have a friend who smokes, and I really want my friend to give up smoking. I gave up playing soccer because I'm terrible at it, and I'm just not interested. But the fact is, if you stop doing something, the phrasal verb is to give up. I gave up soccer as a child. I gave up smoking 5 years ago. What do you want to give up? What food is healthy to give up? What food is impossible to give up? And the last one, to continue doing something. I have continued swimming my entire life. I've never given up swimming. I've never stopped. I started jiu-jitsu last summer, but due to my injury, I was unable to continue doing it. Can you think of the phrasal verb for continue doing something? To carry on. If you carry something on, you continue it. So, for example, I have carried on swimming my entire life. I have not carried on soccer my entire life. What sport or hobby have you carried on your entire life? I was too lazy to carry on running. I was too injured to carry on doing jiu-jitsu. So, there you go. Work out, take up, was into, give it up, and carry on. 5 phrasal verbs. Can you put them into a sentence? Good luck.